When I moved to Australia, I came there with the idea of I need to lock in, I need to work really hard. And you see, moving to a new school in a new country where I basically knew nobody, this had to be like the worst move I could have ever made. Because I could have, when I got there, just carried on like the social flow that I had when I was like, because basically when I moved to Australia a year before that, I'd been really social. I could have just carried on this momentum, made a few close friends, made a gym bro, like gone out with a friend every like couple of weekends and still locked in. But the problem was that I like just didn't put in that effort. I didn't go around saying hi to people the same way I didn't like in the back of my mind this intention, just like not wanting to like worry too much about my social life. Just like that simple thought in the back of my mind led me to take so many wrong actions. Like instead of saying, "Oh yeah, we should go to the gym," then I didn't ask because I'm just like locked in. I'm staying in my own zone. Instead of, "Oh, the boys are out kicking the soccer ball. Oh, no, I'm studying right now. I'm locked in." That was one of my biggest mistakes. Is that yeah, working hard is beautiful. It's a great thing to do. But not having friends is just the dumbest thing. Like completely writing off social life is stupid, man. And you see, the weird thing is, I had such a like struggle. I struggled so much at this school for like the next 9 months that if I just like for the first few months of being at this school, I was really social. All of the loss, like all of the negative emotions and all of like the hard experiences that I went through the next 9 months wouldn't have happened, and I would have made way more progress on my goals. I would have been way more focused. See, locking in can work really well when you're doing these good habits, you're going to the gym and you're being productive. But like the one time that it worked really well was when I had only been going out for like a year and a half. I was a super skinny kid, but I had like met a lot of people. I'd gone to like a lot of group meetups and stuff. I had a great chance to grow socially from a young age. But then I started meditating. I didn't like go out for a little bit. I stopped hanging out with like the bad friends. I started going to the gym. And then I felt amazing. I was super happy. But at the end of those 2 weeks when I was like feeling so much better about myself, there was a party I could go to. It was like there was 30 people going to this place. And I was like, yeah, I'll come. I had an amazing time that night. And the interesting thing is, bro, that all this time, locking in would have been like the best move for me. But then once I had locked in, it only worked because I had already been going out in like Hong Kong. I was growing up there. I'd been going out for a year. I had all my friends. I could message them whenever I wanted to hang out. I wouldn't be invited to a party like without even speaking to anybody. I'd probably get invited to a party every couple of weekends or every like month or so. Something would be going on and or like an event and like my whole friend group is going. You see, I really stress this lesson. Now, I do want to share like one caveat with you. Like when you starting to hang out with losers, instead of hanging out with people who are like good fun to be around, genuinely you enjoy your time, you just start hanging out with people who like aren't even fun to be around. They're not even nice. Yeah, they go out a little bit, but like who wants to be friends with those guys? I remember when I was hanging out with like that kind of crowd. That was why locking in for the first time was so good, because I stopped hanging out with a bunch of dickheads and I started working on myself a bit more. And then I reached out to my friend who I knew was also working on himself, but we hadn't seen each other in like half a year because I moved schools and everything. This is still in Hong Kong. So then when I met up with this guy who we had both been working really hard and now we had all these like things in common. We would like to go to the gym and we're talking about like, oh yeah, when we meditate, this helps. And we just started talking about all of these things and we clicked so much better. And then the interesting thing is, bro, after basically he was like in this phase where he wasn't as social as me because he hadn't like gone out much. And I remember I was like walking him through it and I was like doing it. I brought him out with me on a night out and he just like basically followed my lead for that night. But now, bro, he is one of the most social guys I know. Like honestly, he's probably more social than me right now. The interesting thing was all he needed was like a bit of a push and like a couple of lessons that I shared with him. Like I did like some practice coaching with him because at the time I wanted to work on that. And I remember he said like your coaching was amazing. Like after a few weeks, now I think he's like the most social one in our friend group a lot of the time. He like starts combos with people all the time. He's got great friends. So the point that I'm making here is when you have like good friends or like at least good value friends, honest, hardworking guys, and then you're the social one and you bridge them to like talk to more and more people, then you start to have a great time. You start to like really enjoy spending time with them. And then when you go out, you have so much more fun. I don't enjoy going out with any of my friends except for like the hardworking guys. Those like super hardworking, like fun to spend time with guys who don't go out much. Going out with them every now and then is so much more fun than going out with the guys who go out all the time. I wish that I would have like found a gym bro or someone like my best mate a lot sooner, because the thing is, when you get to hang out with somebody you're super close with regularly, and you're both like trying to become more social, and you're both working on like doing all the good habits and avoiding all the bad habits, you're so much more pleasant to be around. You enjoy your life so much more. I wish that I started going to a gym and I just like started. I remember, here, let me give you a story. In Hong Kong, when I was on this long holiday, I met this guy who was always going to the gym at a similar time to me. I wish that if I stayed there, I could have like hung out with him and gone to the gym more often. Like he could have been like my gym bro. I remember I invited him along to do a workout, and this was like a really, really long time ago. So my memory's a bit foggy. But I remember working out with him and I would just have the best chats with him in the gym. And I wish that I had more of a chance to do that. Thank you for watching this video, bro. Have a good day. Oh yeah, by the way, course link in the description.